Welcome to No Sweat. My name is Themba Madima, and we've got an interesting evening coming up. We've got the ACPA Awards coming up, the Athletics People's Choice Awards, and we're gonna be just delving into that and just explaining how it works as well as just talking about it. So we're gonna have a good time. I'm not alone. I'm with Schmidt in the room as well. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, Thames. How you doing?
All good, all good, all good, all
You got
good.
an interesting topic tonight, don't you?
Very interesting topic. The awards. I think everybody is asking about them. They want to know about these, and it's a matter of celebrating athletics. That's the main reason why we did it. We wanted to celebrate the sport of athletics and bring such a prestigious event to the people of South Africa and everybody who is watching, and maybe even the world. So they can know that South Africa is alive, and we're gonna continue to push the sport of athletics to the future. So yeah, I'm excited for what's to come, Erwin.
Yeah, cool, man. Let's get on.
All right. So main things, first things first. So just to explain how this the awards work, it's an event where we've put up the nominations already. There are the different categories as well where you'll get to see. We will play videos as well, so you can also see how exactly that's gonna work. But the main important thing is celebrating the athletes, celebrating the coaches, celebrating influencers who are in the sport of athletics that are making a difference. The unions as well, which are the provinces, as well as federations that are making a difference in track and field, road running in South Africa. Events that were hosted in 2021 that have also made a difference. So that's what these are about in a nutshell, and just to bring this to the South Africans so they can watch this and be able to see the best of the best athletes, because it's important that we celebrate these athletes, not just leave them to not be seen, but we must celebrate them, give them the awards, and it's the people's choice, Erwin. So the people will decide who it is that they want to see winning these certain awards.
Yeah, cool, man. See, sorry. Yeah, there were some technical difficulties earlier. Yeah, I'm quite excited about the awards. We've got a couple of cool things going on. It's been a rush thing. Even most of the stuff that we've done to date, I think the last 4 or 5 days organizing this has been quite hectic. But you guys can go check it out. It's on www.athleticsawards.co.za. The nominees went live at 5 o'clock today. Voting will open. Actually, the voting is open now. We just opened it. We wanted to open it at midnight tonight, but it is currently open.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, quite excited. It's going to be a dapper evening. Themba
Yeah.
in his suit.
Of course.
I'll probably suit up as well, but just watch from the stands. No, we'll see what happens. But yeah, a lot of exciting things. I think the nominations went well. And I'll touch a little bit on what the process was like. I just want to ensure that we follow Themba's program. But to start off the nominations, we had a panel of 7 people, anonymous people. There is an influence from Backtrack in terms of a minority of us on there, but it's just for the first year. We just only had this much time, and we selected 2 of our guys that's fairly level-headed, non-biased about it, to one moderate it without vote, and then 2 to actually have a vote in it, and then the remainder was all independent, which is pretty cool. And just to see what came from that, and there's a lot of discussions that went about, and what about this guy, what
Yeah.
about that guy, and
Yeah.
then so it's a whole thinking process, and each one of these 7 people had their own opportunity to nominate, and everyone that was nominated was on the list, and then the difficult task to narrow it down, and it strictly came down to maybe 1 vote. There was 2 ties that we see,
Yeah,
so
yep.
you see the categories that got 5 people in there. And yeah, there's some people I saw cut that I thought was going to be in there,
Yeah,
but that's just the thing. It's and this is why it's the People's Choice Award.
absolutely.
Yeah, so that's how the nominees came about. So if you're on the nominees, guys, you really made it happen. There was a lot of thought behind it, and then yeah, it came down to a vote, anonymous vote, and then we got there. Temps, we kind of didn't touch on why we're doing this awards.
Yeah, so just as I mentioned in the beginning, the Athletics People's Choice Awards, the reason we're doing this is to celebrate the achievements, not only of of the athletics community. I think we're in a community where we're not celebrating enough. You get to see the soccer awards and it's big and everybody makes a woo-ha about it. Rugby awards, you've probably attended a few of those, and those are massive, superstars. We've got our superstars as well, but these superstars have never been seen. Unions that work hard throughout the year. I mean, with the pandemic, how difficult is it to host a meeting? We hosted a few ourselves with the classic shootouts with no spectators. It's difficult. The process that you have to go through to make sure this happens is intense. These people deserve to be organized. As well as the organizers of events. Man, we've had such amazing events. Even just coming back from Cape Town, where we were at the EPSA event, where you could just see how hungry people are for competition, how the excitement of being in the streets. Those events and the event organizers need to know that, hey, South Africa sees you, they've nominated you, the people have chosen and they choose those events to be part of the nomination list. And the voting. The nice thing about this, Erwin, is that it's not, we don't get to decide who wins. We do not. It's the people. The people decide who wins. Backtrack, we've always been about the people, and the people will decide who exactly will win this one.
Yeah, and that's something that I look forward to see what the people's interaction is. So if you're out there, go vote. Just go to the site, like I said, at the athletics.awards.co.za. Go place your vote, cast your vote, ensure you show your support.
Yeah.
Well, it's something I do want to mention on. Also, that played a major role. Themba, you did say for 5 years we were thinking about this. It was 4 years, and we almost pulled the trigger last year, but it was okay. 2020 was a difficult one, so you couldn't really. The year before that, just not quite ready for it, but in a difficult year with COVID, where there's so many changes, so many things that happened. And it's so difficult to qualify under those circumstances, and you saw the whole industry pull together to create opportunities. Nolene Conrad and Ilana Meyer, Leroy Newton, we also have a stake in that event as well. CGA with their events, AGN, Athletics Northwest. I think everybody tried their best. Mpumalanga Athletics. We got to mention them. We got to mention them as well. They also did very well. So the whole country tried to create these opportunities, and which we actually saw Precious Michelle make it through.
Yeah.
And that also, to me personally, that's probably one of my made it happen moments. Unfortunately, it didn't make the cut, but it was on there, so I can mention it.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a look at the nominations in a bit. But anyway, under these circumstances, to not have an awards in 21 and not really reward the industry, it's almost, I don't even
injustice.
know. Injustice, it is. I've got different words, but that's why I'm like pondered through 3 or 4 in my mind. But so it's a difficult to see, and in our minds, and just to show our mindset in terms of what just the branding and the direction we're going on this event, we've got to make a change in South Africa. When I say South Africa, we've got to make a change for the sport. Whatever we do, grow it, continue to grow it, and then there's plenty of opportunity in athletics to say, okay, let's do it. So we're doing it, and this is the People's Choice Awards for athletics. I'm quite excited. It's a lot of work. It's definitely not something easy to handle. There's so many little things, and you've got to ensure one, privacy. Secondly, ensure that everything's fair, done fair. And nobody's going to influence this, but the people that from the outset. That's how I see it. But I think let's have a look at the categories first. Themba, you did a video that we released today. Fukama, you ready on that one? The category is the main video. So when you're ready, you can switch over to that.
Good evening and welcome to the BackSports Athletics People's Choice Awards. This is an event we've been thinking about for the last 5 years, and we're hoping that someone would make this happen. But alas, we have decided that we would wait no more and do it ourselves. Not for us, but for the sport of athletics that we love so much. This one is by athletes, for athletes. We aim to build the sport of athletics and celebrate individuals and organizations that play a role in growing this sport. These individuals and organizations should not be forgotten, but celebrated for what they have achieved in 2021. The first installment is virtual, but in the years to come, we hope to partner with sponsors who will support this and grow it into the most prestigious sporting awards in South Africa. These are the categories. Athlete of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Athlete of the Year is an individual who has shown sublime form and performed at the highest level both locally and internationally. They are consistent and rise to the occasion. Athlete's Personality of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Personality of the Year is an individual who has superstar-like personality on and off the track or field. They are adored by the public and remain a figure that draws attention to the sport. Make It Happen of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Make It Happen of the Year is an individual that goes over and beyond in pursuing the goals in the sport, which both grow the love of the sport and also makes a difference in their community whilst doing so. Athletics Event of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Event of the Year is an event on the SA calendar which leaves an everlasting mark in the sport. This event goes over and above its technical responsibilities to make sure that the event is not only recognized according to the international regulation, but it also creates an event which is exciting, great to watch, interactive, great attendance or coverage via various platforms. Commentator, MC, host, Influence of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Commentator, MC, host, or Influence of the Year is an individual that creates platforms and environments which allows the athletics community to experience a great atmosphere at events, fresh, innovative content through digital or social media platforms. Coach of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Coach of the Year is an individual who plays an important role in developing South African athletes or building athletes who are competitive on an international level. Union of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Union of the Year goes to a union which has shown great resilience and support to the athletes despite the challenges and limitations brought forth by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Athletics Club of the Year. The Athletics People's Choice Awards Club of the Year goes to the club which provides support to their athletes and goes out of the way in ensuring that they are able to compete locally and get an opportunity to qualify for events internationally. As you've just seen, I forgot my mic there. As you just saw there, we showed you the categories which the people will get to vote for. And I mean, it's very fair and open categories. And of course, these are the first installment of what we're doing here. In the years to come, we hope to have even more and more and more categories until we cover each and every single person who is. Imagine if we had something like Spectator of the Year, somebody who is always at events, shows a lot of passion. We've had a few of those. I've seen a few in the Western Cape. If I think of Luke David's late, I don't know if it's his uncle or his dad, he was always dancing, he passed on this year. Those are the type of people also, they got passion for the sport. They're always at the stadium. And I mean, to see that type of support in the sport, it's beautiful, So I think it's about time the world sees and South Africa sees how much passion and how much talent South African athletics has,
Yeah, I agree, Thames. I absolutely agree. But it's not just about awarding people. It's also creating categories of awareness. This is such a cool awareness tool to work with. We've got Make It Happen. You'll see some pretty cool nominees in that, and that's where I believe you'll have a look at people that's got events, and to some that says at the start of the season, like you've seen Akani did, said, I want to go for the African record.
Yeah.
So the only guy that can make that happen is himself. And then the continuous, it's cool to have one event, but to have a couple in a series that constantly just creates an opportunity that should really be noticed. 2 years at this point. If you have any suggestions, we got you guys on our chat, so you can throw your comments and we'll react to those as well. So like, subscribe, comment. Let's be interactive. Thames, let's go through the nominations.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run you through quickly here, or do you want us to slap it on the videos?
We slap it on the videos and we discuss it a bit afterwards.
All right. So the first one we're gonna start with. Let's start with Athlete of the Year for senior women. Let's look at some of the nominees that were present, or which people can vote for in this category. And I mean, it's an exciting list from what we've seen. There's a difficult one again. It's always tricky to see who's gonna make the final cut. And that's always the most interesting part of it.
So you got the first one lined up? Athlete of the Year, senior men. Yeah, while Fukama is figuring that out, I want to note that there was, or should we actually talk about it afterwards, but there's two guys that were so close, missed it by like half a voting point or a voting point. See if you can get it out. I don't want to spoil it though.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many great athletes in this list and lineup. So we'll get this up as soon as possible, and then we're going to get rocking.
Ready.
People's Choice Senior Men Athlete of the Year. These are your nominees: Akani Simbini, Gift Diotlela, Kyle Blechno, Sean Maswangati. Who you men?
Yeah, so no real surprises there. I think the guys that were on the fringe was Ntando.
Oh yes,
he was pretty close, but we got Akani Simbini, Sean Maswangani. You pronounce it. We've got
Carl Blechnoot,
and Gift Leotlela.
The Gift of Speed.
So that's your nominations for the seniors.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else was there, but I think Ntando was
one of the standouts.
One.
Yeah.
One of the standout guys. I think what it came down is we'd like to see him run more.
Yeah.
More in South African soil and more events here, challenging the guys as well.
Yeah.
But he had a brilliant year, so we definitely can mention that. Next one, I believe, is the senior women.
People's Choice Senior Woman Athlete of the Year. These are your nominees: Wenda Nell, Dominic Scott, Mireille Reinstorff, and Renee Veyers. That's the women category. It's a strong list. I mean, if you look at Andrune, she did well at the Paralympic Games, bringing back a gold medal for South Africa. She's on there. We've got Wenda Nell. Wenda's been phenomenal for so many years, always representing on an international, whether it's Diamond Leagues or in Europe or South Africa. I mean, this year she was really back. Let's not forget the youngster Mireille Reinstorff.
Yeah, Mireille was also phenomenal.
Absolutely.
So that was my surprise in it.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty cool.
It is, because you know what's interesting about it is she actually won the senior women's pole vault as well.
She's got an African record. She won World Juniors. I would have liked to see maybe a Gerda Steyn or someone like that in there as well.
Very
but
close.
Hey, it's the 7 is an uneven figure, and to get this vote.
So guys,
but like I said, it was close and it was tough.
Yeah. Always close. I mean, it's hard to distinguish who you're gonna go for. But yeah, let's go to the next nominee.
Yeah, I think it's the juniors next.
Yeah, junior. People's Choice Junior Men Athlete of the Year. These are your nominees: Benjamin Richardson, Kyle Rademacher, Matthijs Nortje, Sinesipo Dambini. Junior Men, another strong one. All these guys actually at World Junior Champs, they were able to bring back medals, and that's powerful. Two of them, obviously, Dambile and Benjamin, were part of the team that broke the world record. How amazing is that, to have that as part of the list? I mean, the caliber of performances that are coming from these athletes. Matthijs Nortje, big surprise. Everybody didn't think he would win a medal. He was focused
for that because there's Lith Pillay as well.
Lith Pillay
and Lith went to World Relays. He went to
Olympics.
the Olympics. and then he got the fourth at World Juniors. Was it a bit too much for him? I don't know. Matthijs did run the fastest time this year as well in the junior section, and yeah, it's
a tough one.
There's 4 spots.
Listen.
Like if they tied,
Hey.
if they tied in votes, they probably then there would have been 5 in the category. But there's 4 spots, and those are the 4 that made it. So
Sheesh.
yeah, hard luck for Lith, and I feel for him for missing out.
Yeah.
Luckily next year there's still a lot to run for, and he's a super athlete.
Yeah.
I think he'll be just fine.
No, he'll be fine. I mean, the way he ran in that final, I mean, he came into the home straight, he was ahead 80, 70, and then everybody just started to reel him in. So that's what he was going for it, and he did push hard for it. So, okay, next up, we're going to move to the... we've done the ladies, we've done the juniors, we've done the men.
Junior girls.
Okay, so we're going to go for the junior girls.
Off to Fukama.
People's Choice Junior Woman Athlete of the Year. These are your nominees: Menae de Klerk, Precious Mulepo, Dane Ruth, Mire Reinstorff.
And as you've seen it, once again, we're seeing almost some of those dominant faces. Obviously, Mireille is one of those that, like you said, she stood out at a senior level against the seniors. She did it at the junior level against the juniors at the World, where she brought back the gold. Very impressive. Menae
de Klerk.
Menae is,
as well.
listen, I'm so impressed with Menae. We saw her at
remember, she's got a gold and a silver.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
Gold, silver.
Gold, silver. And to me, the interesting thing is, so you've got Mireille that's nominated in both the senior and the junior category. But this is up to the people. She might not win any one of them. Or she might only win one of them. Or who knows what's going to happen.
We'll
but
see.
I know Mireille did very well this year. She broke the SA record.
Yeah.
Best in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Then we've got, who else do we have?
Oh, but Precious.
Yeah, Precious, she's in there as well.
She did well as well, finishing fifth at the 400 meter, the world champs, world junior champs. So not everybody will win medals, but to get into the final and compete at that level, she's one for the future. We've seen her at the Puma events, we've seen her at the Twizzler events. She's winning constantly, week after week. So it's gonna be a very tight one. I don't know. I don't even know where to put my money. But
and Danae's also there.
Oh yeah, Roots.
Yeah,
Roots.
She's got a silver.
Roots has been phenomenal. I think Roots has got is it a bronze?
Silver or bronze?
Yeah.
Any one of the two.
But Roots, if you follow her over the years, Youth Olympics, she's won medals, all the African champs, juniors. She's shown consistency. This year, she was probably not in her best form, but she did show up and she got that medal. And you can see in the photo, she looks like she's so ecstatic and so proud of what she's achieved. But that's the type of lady she is. She shows up, and big ups to her as well.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the result of this one. And this is one of the categories that I want to see what happens between seniors and the junior ladies. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
sure.
big power plays.
Right, next up we've got, what do we have? Fukama, Personality of the Year. Influencer of the Year.
Influencer of the Year.
Roll for those nominations.
People's Choice Influencer of the Year. These are your nominees: Musibodi White, Thabo Molete, Themba Madima, Manfred Sedler.
You wanna talk about that?
Oh wow, Thames!
I think you should open on that.
You went on that panel. No, so that's pretty cool. I think that's a very, it's exciting to see you nominated in there, along with the likes of Manfred Sedler. Like, he's done a lot for athletics over the years as well. Been pretty solid. And we've been pushing through COVID. I think he I don't want to say redesigned, but you can see on his Facebook as well that he's a lot more active there.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
writes for what are they? Modern Athlete. Is also very involved with SABC and the production. You got Mozabodi Whitehead, the top runner man. What a cool personality too.
He's busy.
He's busy. He's like a bumblebee. He's on top of everything. It's hard to break news the quickest in the country at the moment. So yeah, to see him there as well. Tabu, it's in Molete. Yeah, Tabu Molete, if there's a voice around Altus, okay, but we'll get to that. Tabu Molete, if there's a voice around the stadium, it's usually either him or Altus. Tabu has also been doing very well in the road running section too, and it's been noticed. People notice it. And then the Black Legend, Themba Madima. So it's cool to see you in there. I know you've done 139 Backchat shows, amount of articles you've written, presenting. You've done your first live TV now as well. So congrats to you on that one too. Like I said, it's like I would have rather taken you out because of no, I'm joking. Because of BackSports. But Kewan Walker, him and Altus actually tied at the end of the day. Altus has done a lot for athletics, even in the earlier days. And I wish this was one category where I thought let's not even vote. Let's just take all the votes there is. But once you set criteria down, you stick to it. Kewan missed out. And Altus as well. And it's once things get competitive, it's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
so what's your thoughts? How does it feel to be nominated? Top 4 in the country.
I don't know. Like
athletics.
It feels like there's so much work to do, and we still have so much to do to build the sport. I mean, you and myself, and as well as everybody who's involved, the amount of hours we put into making sure we cover this sport and bringing cool stuff, different stuff. It's not easy. I don't know. It's hard to accept the nomination, but for those who do vote and acknowledge it, knock yourself out.
So it's going to be cool. I think I also want to see the nominees, how they how they respond. I see Maggie Dix, she's already she's watching this, and I can see all the messages going on WhatsApp as well. So I'm in a bunch of groups that she's in, and she's just shared it to all of us, and my phone's buzzing. But back to the point is man, this is scary. A little bit of competition lifts standards as well.
Yep.
Same if you play in rugby and there's 4 props, then the bomb squad exists. That's how you build a bomb squad. Yeah, not equally good props and 2 equally good hookers, and then now you got 2 teams that can play anyone at any point in time.
Exactly. Not to make that bomb squad is like you got to work.
Yeah. So hopefully this creates a couple of bombs as well, or bomb squads.
Yeah. Let's. I think that will be interesting to see. Coming up next, we're going to move to the next category. I don't want to say any more about this one. I mean, the powerhouses, you've seen them all.
Athlete personality, that's what I think it is.
Oh, yes.
All right, Fukama, ready? Let's roll.
People's Choice Athlete's Personality of the Year. These are your nominees: Sean Maswangani, Gerda Steyn, Dominic Scott, Akani Simbini.
The big personalities.
Well, can you say socialites? These are the athletes with an online presence, or really a very cool public presence at the moment.
Absolutely.
So that's the nominees that we have there. It's Dominic Scott. She's got a super
phenomenal.
strong personal brand. Akani Simbini, super strong personal brand. Gerda Steyn, if you want to go all smiles and
smiling
see
assassin.
What about, smiling assassin. You're going to have a look at what she's up to. And then the last one, how can
Patu?
I say? Oh yeah.
Sean
this guy's got a following almost as big as we have on his YouTube. And he's got plenty of half an hour videos that he's put together that he documents
these vlogs,
his races and his vlogs. So it's pretty cool, man. I'm quite excited to see who's going to take that one. Also, he's got a massive USA following too. So let's get out and vote for them as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see.
What's your take on that?
Oof, I think big personalities. Patu is one of those. He stands out. He's the way he's grabbed the social media audience. With his vlogs. I mean, that's a lot of work. Editing a vlog video, 30-minute long, shooting at major competitions. Like seeing the journey towards him going to the biggest competitions in America or Olympic Games, or that's what people want. They want to connect with people. So that's very cool from his side. Akani Simbini, Mr. Cool, always composed, always ready to smile, friendly. People love him, approachable. He's a leader. Also a silent leader. Then you got the silent assassin, Gerda Stein. Gerda is always bubbly. Draws a lot of people. Her following, when we did the Backtrack with her, it was probably one of the top 5 most watched. It just shows the type of people that she brings in. And then Dominic Scott, adored by the Americans, loved by the South Africans.
Yeah, cool, man. All right, next category.
People's Choice Union of the Year. These are your nominees: Athletics Central Northwest, Athletics Gauteng North, Central Gauteng Athletics, KwaZulu-Natal Athletics.
On this one,
look, I think all the unions did a phenomenal job this year. Western Province as well. I was fortunate enough to go and check out Twiza, Super Schools. We worked on that, and I thought they did a superb job. I know with also the Absa Run Your City series, they were involved there as well. I think again they did a superb job. I'm not voting, and then if you have a look at the criteria, it goes about broadcasting, live streaming, what you've done creatively to work through the social distancing and making the events happen.
Yeah.
Has there been any instances or any closures because of stuff didn't work there? And just how happy the people are around you and how visible you are to really, to make the cut here, your achievements have to be seen.
Yep.
So in terms of the 4 that's highlighted there, I can't choose. I don't think I've been involved quite a bit with CGA. I've seen as well with AGN. I've been involved there with, I think, the live streaming. I helped out as well with the Nationals. That was there. KZN, we worked with that on the Newton Classic qualifier. They were great.
Yep.
We haven't done anything with Northwest, but I know they did have a range of superb meetings that they held. There was some good coverage on that as well. So I'm happy. I'm happy that I don't have to nominate them. And I'm happy that I don't have to choose the winner. It's gotta be a tough one. I think that's the most difficult category to really
absolutely. I mean,
see how happy the people are with their provinces or union.
Yes, I mean it's that's the unions end of the day. They're the people that make sure that everything happens. They will take it personal, obviously, because they obviously want to win. But I mean, that's what awards is about. It's, once you're nominated, it means you have stood out. These ones are different because, like I said, because now people have to vote. It's not about us, or it's about the popularity of the province nationally. So people from KZN can be like, meetings in CGA are the best, meetings in AGN are the best, or in the Western Province, and so on and so on. So that's what makes it so interesting. And I mean, it's all about the federations. They've done the work. Now it's time to vote. Simple as that.
And vote we will. Next category. I think that's the event one. Let's see who were nominated.
All right.
People's Choice Event of the Year. These are your nominees: Puma School of Speed, Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, Spark Grand Prix Series, EBSA Run Your City Series.
Big competitions.
Major competition.
Big events. I mean, big. I mean, man. Do you want to start with this one or should I start?
Yeah, I think let me start a bit. You got Apps Around Your City series, Stillwaters, a major event.
Big.
Like we've seen what that's like. And that was seen. That's the most recent one. We've got the Cape Town Marathon. The Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, major marathon, well broadcasted this year as well. Attendance too, so they all had attendance caps on, and that's a 42 kilometers marathon that happened, and the national champs there.
Yeah.
As well as the 12k and the 10k national champs at Apps Around Your City series, and then you've got the Spa Women's 10k, the whole Spa Grand Prix series. Leon Swanepoel, him that's got that. And then the Puma School of Speed again, and it's Stillwaters getting a second nomination. So that to me, I'm glad to see a track and field event there. Twizzler, I know was nominated, but it couldn't go through. That's a Twizzler Super School Series. It couldn't go through the criteria because it's not done yet. So 1 December was the cutoff. Okay, everything had to be done with the nominations. So you had the Twizzler Super School Series that will probably be up for nominations or consideration for the 2022. That's also a very good event.
Absolutely.
The same, I've got to mention the Twizzler ASA Juniors, under 20s juniors and youth. That was up there too. So those were the events. I think one is ASA and the other one's against Stillwaters. But Puma School of Speed, superb, and I'm glad to have a track and field event that actually made it in there. Out of a string, to be Street Mile was also mentioned. So out of a bunch of races. In fact, there was some trail runs as well, but we had to block that off because I'm not sure what's all classified as athletics under Athletics South Africa at the moment. Till we have clarity around that, we can't really nominate trail run and create those categories here. But that's something that I'm definitely going to clarify during, but we're going to clarify during this period of time, and then or in the next year, and then try and bring that in as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fits in like a glove.
Yeah, big competitions, as we said. I mean, not only do these competitions like tick the basics of professional, well-run, organized. The thing that draws the most is that they all have these something special. Whether it's people dancing in the streets or live performances, or there's so much entertainment. Like you just want to be there at these events, even if whoever you came to watch is done running, or even if you're done running, you want to be around. Obviously, because of COVID, there isn't much hanging around, but you just feel like let me just tie my shoes a bit longer and listen to the marimbas or the ladies, the Zulu ladies dancing in KZN, or that's the vibe that you pick up at these events. And I mean, I think all of these events deserve to be here.
They do.
Fantastic. And we'll see who will win.
And again, during COVID, that was also a big factor. COVID played a role in attendance once, so you can only cap your attendance. You've seen the Apps Around Your City series that was sold out. All right. And then the logistical sides around these events, each and every one of them had their constraints. So to really get through all of that and keep everybody happy, to a point where it's actually noticed that this is a world-class event, or event that's considered to be superb national quality.
Absolutely.
All right, next category, Fukama. Which one? Club of the Year. Thames, this one is you.
People's Choice Club of the Year. These are your nominees: Boxer Athletics Club, Murray and Roberts, Nedbank Running Club, Tux Athletics.
Those are the categories for Club of the Year. I mean, these are all phenomenal clubs. I mean, we can start with the Candy Striped Club, Tux. They do a lot for athletics. And I mean, we can't forget them, because if you look at the number of athletes that are representing the country that come from Tux. So for those who are wondering, Tux still produces a lot of the medals, most of the medals, when you go to competitions such as essays, and then when you go international, they're also featuring there. So big club, there'll always be one of those clubs that are up there. And it's good to see university making this list, because there's so many strong corporate clubs out there. Box Athletics Club, phenomenal. Obviously, the athletes such as Glenn Rose, Precious Mashele, Stephen Mukoka, and then you've got the Nedbank Running Club.
Yeah, they nominated too.
Absolutely, the likes of Gerda Steyn, Gerda, as well as Erwin Van Zyl. Those are some of the athletes that pop out, and then Marion Roberts, the likes of Kesa Moletsane, Sean Oldno, etc.
And the youngster.
She goes by Taylor Kavanagh. Kavanagh.
Yeah, Kavanagh. That's a superstar in the making.
Superstar in the making.
So again, there's other clubs that was mentioned too that I think was also worthy of this point, but it went or it came down like I don't think Tux plays a big role in the road. So it's more track and field side. But it came down how visual it is. Your quality of athlete that runs there as well, what their support structure is, and how people perceive their brand and the things that they do. So Nedbank, totally in the books, like you said, totally in the Tux. I would agree and glad to see track and field one again making it in. Nedbank cross country straight through to the top, and then Marion Roberts, the new kid on the block, I would say.
Yeah.
That's right in the mix. So well deserved, great nominations. If you're a club member at any one of these, it's like this is the point where you vote. We've got a little trophy that's doesn't fit into my car that we'd like to send you your way. But yeah, so there's some very very cool things or cool reasons to vote for your club. And if your club's not nominated, I'm sorry, choose one of the four that's there that you think is worthy of it, and then put some pressure on your administrators and say, hey, let's go for this next year.
Absolutely. All right, we're ready for the next category. Coach of the Year. This is a big one.
People's Choice Coach of the Year. These are your nominees: Hendrik Ramala, Henny Kriel, JJ Schmidt, Pierre Bluchner, Werner Prinsen.
Big dogs.
Another 5. So there was a split vote actually between 3.
Yeah.
There was 3 of them.
Yes.
That got even votes.
Yeah.
So you can't go flip a 10-cent coin to join them.
No, you cannot. Not on this one.
Not on this one. So all 3 of them in. It's a 5 category, but you see Werner Prinsen. He's a Carney's coach.
Yep.
He's got a couple of guys. I know there's a couple of international guys that also
Clarence has joined him as well.
Has joined him. He's known as the engineer, as the legend tells it. You've got Pierre Bluchner,
big coach,
legend throw coach.
Pretty much all.
I don't even have to say.
Yeah.
There's you can't even mention anybody else.
If you're not sure who the athlete does shot put or discus for, just assume that's
delivered some great international. And not like there's been other throwers coaches.
Of course,
Janita
is one.
Janita was mentioned too. She was also in the mix. A player really standing out amongst for field. Even if you look at the live streams, we're trying to make as much space for field as we can. But if you've got like 5 field events going on at the same time.
Yeah,
so for the field to make it in here, that's very good. Hendrik Ramala, coach of Precious.
Shomaton, Desmond Mohobu.
So he's got a world student? No, Africa student.
Yeah, African student
champion as well. And that was actually mentioned. That's one of the main. I don't want to say main reasons. Was one of the outstanding reasons. Like Maxime, I know a little bit of a trip and fall and push and shove and negativity around there, but also the mentorship that is played around that to really lift Maxime from a very dark place, I would say. If we also had a look to really go and perform in the cross country, and Maxime shined in the 10K road SA champs as well. So if you kind of get where this is going, like you listen to those conversations, and that's pretty cool. Then you've got who else?
Coach. Are you gonna forget him? Henny?
Sorry, it's just off my mind because it's.
And don't forget Coach JJ as well.
Yeah, and Coach JJ Schmidt. So Coach Henny Creel, we've seen the great live stream that he's done where he's done that sprint coach clinic at Fukama School of Speed.
Yeah.
What's it?
Grigora.
It's not Afrikaans, it's not English. It
sounds Greek, eh?
Yeah, that's probably Greek, Gora. But so well deserved. A very strong contender for us as well. Gift Leo Clela, him being nominated for the senior awards, and then Coach JJ Smith, the only school specialist.
Yeah, I mean, you know what he's done.
That he's made it up there. So it was noted that Melo's won every single track and field competition, boys and girls, that's hosted this entire year. So he's actually on if I'm not correct, on a 2-year undefeated roll. So that's something to show that you've got so you know how to work with the classy coaching.
Yeah, absolutely.
So him competing against the senior coaches, let's see how that ends up. I'm quite excited. That's one of the categories I'm also looking forward to see the results.
A tough one. I don't know who to vote for, but they'll call me biased if it was up to me. But it's a very tight category. Best of the best coaches, senior and, like you said, high school. So that's cool. It's an open category. Vote, people. Vote.
Yeah, please vote. All right, last category. Thames, no, we didn't make it happen. So, old Fukama, Thames, you love this category. Give us a little overview.
Yeah, so this category is it's those moments that you didn't. You sit back and you wonder, is it going to happen or not? Is the athlete going to be able to pull it out of the hat? Is he going to be able to qualify? Is he going to make the event happen? Is there going to be spectacular? Those things are important, not only from the athlete side, watching the athletes trying to qualify and do something big or break records or whatever, win medals, all the way to events. People trying to make things in South Africa happen, even though it's not the easiest or the smoothest time. So that's what the category is about. And we're ready to show you the nominees.
People's Choice Made It Happen of the Year. These are your nominees: Akani Simbini, Ilana Meyer and Moline Conrad, Gerda Stein. Newton Classic Qualifier, SA Under 20 Juniors 4x100 meter relay.
And there you have it.
Yeah, again, another five category nominations. You got the 4x100 meter junior men, broke the world record, won the world champs. So that's a major one. They were nominated they were in the mix for junior athlete of the year. However, didn't fit the criteria again. We'll tweak it maybe a little bit next year. We'll see what we can do. But again, there's not a lot of people that's influencing this. And then we've got Gerda Stein, SA marathon record.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And these are people that went for it. You knew they were going for it.
Yeah.
Right. Then you've got Makani Sambine. It was like Africa record. I'm going for it.
He wanted it.
And he did it.
Yeah.
And then the two events, Ilana Meyer and Moline Conrad.
Yeah.
The middle distance events that they held in, I believe it was Stellenbosch.
Yeah, I mean, even till recently, I'm getting results from those competitions sent to my WhatsApps. They've been busy all year. A lot of athletes went down there, to try to get personal bests, and that's what they did. A lot of PBs being run there. They go out of the way to make it happen for the athletes. Not only the athletes that they are managing, in DuroCAD, as well as the club that they have as well, that side, but also with regards to making competition, middle distance, especially middle distance competitions where the middle distance athletes can come from all over the country and run those times at sea level. That's very important. And so big ups to them, and keep pushing.
We got the Newton Classic qualifier.
Yeah.
So that was a Olympic qualifying specific event focused on middle distance running. Yeah, there was some sprints.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an Olympic qualifier that came from it.
Yeah.
Actually, it was his only qualifier.
Yeah.
Daniel Ibenyo from Kenya came down.
The
He
birth of
qualified there.
Ibenyo.
The birth of Ibenyo. He wasn't on the map, and all of a sudden, boom! It's
Boom.
Olympic qualifying, runs top 3 in Kenya, makes the Olympics.
Boom.
And we just saw him come back. He loves South Africa.
Yeah.
The man of many words of wisdom.
Hey.
It's all about hard work.
Powerful.
So that actually happened there. Precious couldn't qualify there. He came close.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Western Province and then came back.
Uh-huh.
And then qualified on his very last attempt at KZN, which everyone's seen the rap. That was also a made it happen moment, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I would believe.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of a performance side, I believe, also to it. But yeah, just didn't make the cut.
Hey.
But there you guys have it. I hope you excited. We are. I'm actually. I think it's about 12 hours sleep since Sunday. Themba as well. It's a lot of work, but we're grinding. We're doing something special to you, and we look forward to hosting it. Thames, if you can take us out.
All right, so that's it for the evening, guys. I hope you enjoyed No Sweat. Those were the categories. And remember, voting is open. Go to Athletics Awards. .co.za. You can get all the voting there. You can see who the nominees are. It's open. You can go do it. Don't waste time. Don't think you got time. Closing date is on the 11th. So after the 11th, don't be like, hey, can we still put in some extra votes? No, you cannot. It's over. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Themba Madima. I'm sitting with Erwin Schmidt, and that is the end of No Sweat.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.